Windreach Farms is the organization that I would like to talk about, and specifically the therapeutic riding program. So, from the website windreachfarms.org, Windreach says that it strives to enrich the lives of persons of all ages with disabilities and/or special needs by providing opportunities to enjoy experiences in farming, nature, outdoor recreation, and other activities, and to share those experiences with family and friends. Specifically, I would like to talk about the therapeutic riding program. At Windreach Farms, they are proud to offer therapeutic and recreational horseback riding lessons to individuals with special needs. I have two ways of entering into this discussion. The first is when I was teaching at GL Roberts, we were one of the first schools that ever did a riding program with Windreach Farms. I also have a nephew who is on the spectrum, and he has been doing individual riding lessons for a number of years. And I was excited to be able to interview both him and his mother about their experiences with Windreach Farms. So I first want to start off by looking at the website windreachfarms.org, therapeutic riding, and read the benefits of therapeutic riding as suggested on their website. It's a challenging recreation activity. It enhances the development of mobility, balance, and coordination, the development of self-confidence and motivation. It improves the muscle tone and strength, increases concentration, improves learning skills. It encourages independence and integration. It encourages a sense of achievement and has a positive impact overall on the mental health and well-being of the individuals. With the therapeutic riding program, one of the interesting parts is that they have volunteers that help the students out. So I asked my nephew what was the worst part of doing the riding program, and he started with the waiting. So when you go into the program, the first 15 minutes is getting the horse ready and learning how to talk to the horse, how to get the horse ready, all of the things that talk about the preparation. And I think that this is really important because one of the things that we forget when we do different activities with students is that we provide everything up front and ready, and we don't make them part of the participation. So the first 15 minutes is getting the horse ready, and this is done with volunteers. Then they have the actual class, which is a half an hour. And then the last part is taking the horse and getting it settled back in. So it might be removing the saddle and getting the horse ready. So I really thought that it was important to see that whole process from start to finish. And this was something that was very helpful to my nephew, and I know it will be helpful to other students to actually follow through the full process of getting the horse ready. The next thing that I asked him was, would he suggest it for another student or another person his age? And he was very excited to say yes, he would definitely recommend this program for other people. He very much enjoyed meeting the volunteers, the instructors, and developed a bond with some of the other students in his class as well as with the horses. When I talked to his mom, I said, how many horses did he have? And she said maybe about 3 or 4. And I thought that was really interesting and great for transitional work because, as she mentioned, as my nephew grew, the horse needed to change to be able to keep up not only with his growth but with his improvement in techniques. So that was another portion of the program that I thought was really good for people who are on the spectrum with ASD, because transition is very difficult for them. And so having to change horses and not have the same horse and the same volunteers after. Another part that was interesting that my sister was talking about was the progression that they had when they were learning the lessons. So when he first started, there were 3 volunteers. There were one on either side, as well as the horse that was leading. And by the end of his activities, he was doing many things on his own. The highlight of this time with my nephew was I was able to go with my family to see him do a ride to celebrate Windreach Farms at the musical ride, which was held by the RCMP musical ride, which was held at Windreach Farms. I'm going to attach a couple of pictures here to show um, how he was and how proud he was to be able to represent Windreach Farms during that activity. Windreach Farms is funded by donations and by volunteers. Many of the students that are individuals, it's not students, it's definitely for all ages, require the support, and volunteers are there to lend assistance. They do a number of um, funding drives. Again, I didn't talk a lot, but I was also given the opportunity to have my students go up for a riding program. And if anybody was interested, I can give you a little bit of information on that. But I think that I've covered Windreach Farms and the benefits in the therapeutic riding program for people with ASD. Thank you very much.